Hey everyone! Welcome back to a new video. I hope you're doing great today. I'm really excited for this video because I'm trying something super different, something I've never done before on this channel. I mean, you know me, I've been doing a lot of illustration work lately, mostly just drawing and painting, and I kind of felt stuck in a loop. So I thought, okay, let's just do something fun and totally new. The idea actually came to me the other day when I was cleaning up my workspace, organizing all my sketchbooks, brushes, pens, you know, the usual, and I found these manga screen tones I bought when I was in Japan. I had completely forgotten about them, and as soon as I saw them, I was like, okay, wait, I need to use this, like right now. So I put together this sketch which ended up being like a mini comic strip. It's not really manga, not exactly Western comic either. It's just me messing around with ideas. I know screen tones are mostly used in manga, but I've also seen some American and European comic artists using them too, so I thought, why not? Just a heads up though, big disclaimer here, I have no idea how to actually make manga. I've never studied, I've never learned how to use the tools properly, I've never even inked a full comic page before, but I watched one tutorial. Yes, one tutorial. And I thought, you know what? I think I can do this. That's kind of my whole creative process, honestly. I see something online and I'm like, I bet I could figure that out. So yeah, this whole video is basically me making up as I go. I didn't film the sketching part because I wanted to feel relaxed while figuring it out. Sometimes the camera makes me a little self-conscious and I wanted to enjoy the part quietly. I did the sketch digitally first because I wasn't even sure what I wanted to draw, and then I did it on my sketchbook and ink over it. The little story I came up with is kind of sad, but in a soft, cute way. It's about two characters, two girls, and I haven't named them yet or anything, but in my head they live in this fantasy medieval world. One of them is a princess and the other is a knight who protects her. And this moment in the comic is like just before the knight has to go off to war and the princess is begging her not to leave. So yeah, it's emotional, dramatic, kind of romantic too. And at first, I imagined them in a castle garden, maybe saying goodbye with a kiss, something soft and intimate like that. I haven't fully developed the story, but I have lots of scenes in mind. I've always wanted to create a graphic novel someday. I love reading comics and graphic novels. They're one of my favorite forms of storytelling, but creating one from scratch? That's scary. I didn't study comics or anything like that. I studied animation, so I learned a bit about storytelling and structure, but nothing super in-depth. Still, I think about it a lot. I wanted to have a strong beginning, a meaningful arc, plot twist, fully developed characters, the whole package. But that's also what's holding me back. I want it to be perfect, and that makes it so hard to even start. Maybe one day I'll finally go for it. Anyway, back to the process. For the inking, I used fine liners, mostly sizes 01 and 005. The thicker ones felt a little too bold for this piece, and also I use my beloved ink brush pen. If you've been around the channel for a while, you already know I'm obsessed with that kind of things. Technically, manga artists use dip pens and actual ink, but I don't have any of that, so I just use what I had on hand. And now for the fun part, the screen tones! These are the ones I bought in Japan, and if you've seen my Japan art haul video, you might recognize them. I used two types. One was a basic halftone dot pattern, perfect for shading and adding depth, and the other one had this dreamy cloud texture that I had no idea how to use when I bought it, but it just looked cool, so yeah. Screen tones are supposed to help you color faster and make your pages look more consistent. That's the idea. Faster is a bit questionable though. Cutting and applying them took quite a bit of time. But okay, to be fair, I think I filmed this whole thing in about 2 hours, which is actually fast for me. The part that took the longest was the shading. I was so focused and honestly a little stressed because I was worried I might press too hard and rip the page. I was using a sketchbook and not really the best paper for this kind of thing. If you try this at home, I highly recommend using thicker paper like actual comic board or just something sturdy. The back of my page ended up with some deep impression from the cuts, but it didn't tear, so that's a win. It was surprisingly satisfying to peel off the excess pieces of the screen after cutting, like weirdly fun. And thinking about light and shadow placement, what areas should be darker, where to leave highlights, it really made me appreciate how much thought goes into manga art. I actually think I might go back and layer another screen over the flowers to make the shadows even deeper. I feel like that part came out a little flat, but overall, I'm really happy with the result. Oh, and I also tried cutting out little highlight areas. I've seen pros do this and it creates this cool lighting effect. It was my first time trying it, but I think it turned out pretty good. Definitely something I want to keep experimenting with. So yeah, this was such a fun experiment and I genuinely had a great time doing it. I'll probably use screen tones again sometime soon. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see more of this kind of video, or if you're curious about the characters. I think they're super cute, honestly. Thank you so much for watching as always. I really appreciate you being here. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed it and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. I post new art videos all the time and I love sharing little stories and experiments like this with you. See you in the next one. Bye bye!